So, hello, Kevin Nivek.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Wow. It's the first time I'm meeting Kevin. I don't know him.
At all, man.
So,
I don't know him either.
I don't know how this is going to be, but I'm sure this is going to be fruitful. No. All right. أشوهلك. Okay.
Jien li l-għed nara weħed.
Okay. Mela. Both. Uh, so let's begin. The idea of God, right? That is why we connected today about God and the truth, because I saw a post of you and I am always curious about God and who is not, right? So I ask
Rightly
you,
so.
in your understanding, who is God or what is God?
Who definitely not. Armi għalem mill-ewwel. Like
Okay.
drop it. Like
Okay.
there's no who.
Okay, what?
Um,
What is good?
what is God? From my seeking, right? And
Of course.
um, I don't think that we can know God from our human-centric psychology, because something that the last 2 years ago, I've been living in Amsterdam, and I joined my spirit called me to rejoin a proper Christian,
Okay.
proper. I mean, whatever that means, right? But since I had a history with being an altar boy, church, Jesus was always and will always be my biggest symbol of unconditional love,
Okay.
peace, unity, harmony, anything that represents those kind of qualities, right?
Okay.
I think he was the master of synthesis. He synthesized those universal qualities in body, right?
So define Jesus for you, because it's like.
Wait, let's stay with the first one.
Okay.
Because we start diverting.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've been like, I got baptized again and and all these kind of things, and service and community and blah 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 with Hillsong. But one thing that kept on striking me, and of course before Hillsong, I've been in the jungle on my own, medicine, like heroin addiction for 20 years. So I was blessed with a very wide spectrum of life experience. But something that keeps coming is like that we tend to look at things, especially God, and that's why we made a bunch of chaos. That God somehow has a personality like us, and has an opinion and has an agenda, and so much so that we put it in the Bible, and we place ourselves as the pinnacle of creation, and that gives us the right to do what we're doing at the moment. And you know, so, and that I used to have a lot of arguments with the pastors, and the like, I don't think that you can know God from a human perspective. It's like the closest I can first and foremost, let's put the record straight. For me, talking about God, it's already fallacious.
Okay.
Putting God into words or in a book or in place it somewhere, it's already like it's fallacious. But let's go for it for the sake of at least a decent conversation, something progressive, something that can inspire and uplift others and ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why I engage in these conversations.
Yeah.
But in my heart, I know there's no way that I can know the fullness of God from this system. So for me, the closest I can understand is that it's the perfect equilibrium before life begins.
Perfect equilibrium. Okay.
There's not, it's a nothing.
Okay. Can I comment on
Yes, of course,
you
please.
said that I cannot know God completely, right?
No,
It's like do you think that I as Alex can know Kevin completely?
either.
So it's like the same thing, right? So why should I try to understand Kevin? You should try at least, you know, that's why we are trying to speak here. But
yeah, but you need to understand Kevin as long as you're engaging with Kevin. You don't need to understand Kevin for your daily function, or else you'll go bananas. What you want to understand? You want to understand 8 billion people?
No.
I can barely understand myself. I mean, come on. It's like for me,
Yeah.
There's the practical side of things, and then there's the fulfillment side of things, which is internal.
Yeah.
In my internal space, I don't need to understand anyone.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the day, when I say I want to understand Alex, what makes Alex? Alex is a bundle of constructs. A name? Who's Alex when it was a baby and before someone started calling you Alex?
Yes.
And you identified with being Alex?
Yes. We need an address, right?
And you have an address and you have a name, and which that for me is the space suit, the psychological space suit to navigate what we call this. You know?
So let me share with you something, because I am also a scientific guy.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I am into spirituality, I am also into science, and I try
it's the same thing, bro.
To blend, right? So let's call God the Supreme, because some people call him like that.
God Supreme, the infinite.
It's the word.
Monad.
It's the word. So he is the first cause of all things. He is in everything, everywhere, in everyone, right? So what if the word supreme is referring to the smallest? So in science,
it's referring to
the smallest, because when you think about God, it's like something very big.
No. Yeah.
What about the atoms that form these big things? Think about a huge building, which a human being created. The creator of it, which is the human, is much smaller than the creation itself, which is the building.
Yeah.
So the smallest atoms have the ability to create the greatest universe.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're agreeing, right?
Yeah. And you know what? From a scientific aspect, I see God in the periodic table, like chemistry.
Yeah.
And chemistry is everywhere. It's in everything, in everyone. So God is there, forming shapes, different shapes, whatever they are organic or whatever, a rock or, you know, but it's in the elements of life. That is
that for me is the effect of God, not God itself. You know,
it's something beyond
it's
the
like
elements.
it is God itself, you know, but it's like it's how you say it. It's like water and vapor. Same physical structure.
Yes.
When you touch water, you're in the dense side of water, you know. Vapor is like you can't, if you touch it with your hands, you can't grab it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't get wet by vapor. You can't get wet with water.
And I like the principle of water because it's like the Trinity. There is the air, like gas, the fluid, and the solid. Yeah. And the same is like the God, the Spirit, and the matter.
That's why I like Jesus.
Like God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So the Trinity is like water, the same phase. It's a phase.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
my point is that what I observe, and that's why we always get lost. or confused or distracted. I'm talking about myself. I'm no teacher. I'm not, I'm blah, 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 you know, please. We're constantly looking for an experience of God, and God is not an experience. God is way before the experience. The experience you can get me through meaning. For instance, I go to Ecuador, I drink a bunch of ayahuasca, you know, pierce through my ego structure, pierce through the spiritual structure, and then you have this and that at that point you say, this is good, but then you realize, no, it's not.
So for you, God is unreachable, right? So for these people who say, I'm speaking to God, I know it's you're not. He's unreachable.
It's not unreachable. It's within me. I mean, every cell in my body is vibrating through his love.
Okay.
Through its love. Yeah. But if I'm looking to have an experience of God as Kevin, it's fallacious. Because Kevin thinks of himself as a God, and God is one. There's no room for two. It's like, I'm just to
it's like
put things into context, right?
It's like the drop of water, thinking it's the ocean, but eventually it's part of the ocean.
You know, drop the drop of water in the ocean, and and then find that drop of the, you know, that's the only way to experience God, which in itself is not even an experience. It's a dissolvement of what you think you are.
Wow.
Then there is no me and God. It's the Advaita, the singularity, you know.
Okay.
Until then, we're just having a glimpse. You know, you meditate, you get that peaceful state, or you know, it's like I dropped the idea of seeing light and gold and blah 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 blah. Even that an experience, and it comes and goes, and you know, and it's like it's beautiful, you know. But that sense of peace, that sense of rest, and that sense of that I can move and stay in that rest, even, you know, that's the closest so far I can say my understanding of God.
I have a question for you. What is there in common between a human being ringing a bell and a bell being rang by the wind? Where is the God concept there? Think it through.
No, there's nothing to think.
Is there a difference between a human?
There is a difference between the wind, the human, and the bell, and the energy that is.
It's a different shape, right?
Yeah, sure. It's a different modality of consciousness.
Yeah.
One has the shape of a piece of plastic with a red button and a bunch of numbers on it or something that says something. The other one has a bunch of cells that is like moving and giving, and the wind is a bit more ephemeral, but it's the same.
So you feel the same like a bell. So if someone destroys a bell, it's like someone killed the person.
What the person has to do with this?
Well, your feeling. How would that be if you see that you are?
No, we're talking about fundamentals now, right?
Okay.
I mean, if you destroy, no one is going to hold a funeral for a bell. Thank God, because or else we're destroying so much things. I mean, if we start holding funerals and going into these mourning stages for material things, then we're like, but the fundamental understanding, and that would help. For me, at least, this is a bit of my practice, where I try to remind myself, and when I'm meditating, or silence, because even the word meditation is a bit flimsy for me.
Yeah.
To understand the deep nature, the fundamental stuff. If I understand the fundamental stuff, and I understand that that piece of plastic is equal of value than anything else in the universe, including what we call a human being.
Yeah.
Right? Somehow, at least that will serve to reduce my self-importance, you know?
So the first word that it's coming is appreciation of everything.
Yeah.
Whatever you have and
whatever it is, whatever it is.
It's like, you know, I love this. It's a creation.
It's a sense of appreciation. I don't go into love it or not love it, you know, because even there's a bunch of constructs and illusions.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have 10 euros, can you appreciate that 10 euros as if it was 1 billion and see the value in it? These are the fundamental questions. I think we lost. I mean, from a personal perspective, right? I'm not saying that we're in a disaster of a planet or in a disaster way of life, right? Sometimes I see it that way, right? But if we start identifying, especially from education, parenthood, and these kind of things, and start installing back these kind of questions, this kind of, you know, before being educated with mathematics that you're not even gonna fucking use in your never in your life. Now even more with ChatGPT, with AI. I'm into AI, you know. I've been studying it for the last 2 years. It's like, why are you loading yourself, your mind, your life with so much information that you're not going to use, man? You know, there's a saying, if it's like the spiritual thingy, right? If it's not practical, definitely it's not spiritual. It's in your head. It's just a construct.
What about thoughts? When a thought comes, is it yours?
No.
Or is it
from nothing is mine, boss. Nothing is mine.
Nothing is yours.
Nothing is mine, man. Nothing is mine.
So
when this is like your breath. Do you have breath? My life. This is the dualistic my life. I'm so caught up into I, me, and mine that I'm not even capable of understanding what's right under my nose in here. I am life. I don't have a life. It's different. It's different. And that brings, for me at least, it brings and it challenges a calling for a deep faith, a deep trust, you know? Because if I am life, why am I trying to hold life, you know?
So it should not be
like my car, it has a function. I drive my car. I don't have a car just to stay looking at it. For me, it has a function. So when I say my life, then automatically it implies in my definition that I'm the driver of my life. Guess what? I'm not.
So who are you? Or
I have no idea. I have no idea.
But and you don't want to know about this.
It's not that I don't want to know. I don't want to know me as Kevin. I want to know me as the pure expression of the supreme infinite God, whatever, the universe, whatever.
And so what do you suggest me to discover, in your opinion, if I want to understand more what is going on, if I may?
What's the question? What do you want me to suggest you?
Because
if you want,
because you said you need to understand that this is not Kevin, but you need to understand the pure consciousness that is within you, or I don't know if it's in or out, because I need to understand also.
It's like, I don't even say I'm conscious. I'm a spirit in my body, man. The body is in me to a certain extent.
Because there was a
So the suggestion was, if someone asked me those kind of questions, it's like, just walk your walk, bro. You know, it's already written for you. You just need to listen and tune in. There's nothing to create. There's nothing to, you're not going to chisel it out of life. It's already there. It's already here. There again, Jesus, the kingdom of heaven is here. Why you're not seeing it? Because you're so full of yourself. Remove yourself out of the way. What's left? What's left?
Nothing or empty.
Life. Life.
So
life uninterpreted, life without me interpreting it or doing something about it. Like when I go to sleep, my heart is still functioning. I'm completely unconscious.
Yeah.
The cells are rejuvenating. Actually, that's where the body is at its best function of healing and restoration, you know. Then there's that phase where there's the REM, where even there's no dreams, there's no function, but life is there. Who's taking care of that? Me. Can I say that Kevin is not there at that moment? That's why it's restoring itself, because if Kevin is there, he would be start doing something about it, and it will mess it up.
Yeah, but eventually Kevin needs to wake up, right?
Yeah.
If he stays asleep, it's like a vegetable now.
Yeah, but that's the for me the part of how to integrate what we call the sleeping state and the waking state. You know, how I can be here without me being here. For a lot of people, it will sound bananas.
So
I mean, I've been in a lot of journeys, and I've studied and read and met people and traveled.
Wow.
But so far it's like I'm the how I perceive it. I'm not stating anything. If I'm stating anything, is for me.
Yeah.
I follow Muji, right, for the last 10 years, and integrated everything that he's saying with the Christians, with the Muslims, with the Sufis, with the music, with the sound, with the medicine, with the drugs, with the, you know, it's like bring it on.
So you are creating your own, like, concept?
No, I'm just allowing all information and all possibilities to come, you know, and see which one is it's like, all right, this stays, the other one goes, you know, without me, you know. It's like that one is the for me is the one that I resonate the most, you know.
Wow.
And every time I sat with him and been there or even online, or, you know, it's because by the end of the day, when we say I'm seeking God, or I'm seeking happiness or love, what I'm a deep thinker, right? What is it really that I'm saying to myself? I'm looking for rest, that peace, that, you know, the lack of struggle.
Actually, people are working to arrive till the pension, so they get the pension and they rest, right?
And they rest, you know. But it's like, why I can't rest before I get the pension? Yes. Why I can't rest before I get into a bloody box and they put me underground?
Yeah.
You know, it's like when Jesus said, I conquered the world. What did he really mean?
The world,
you know, which world he was talking about? Because out there, there's no world. The world is in here, man.
So you think, like, literally switch off the sympathetic system, like no fight and fight. That's it.
It's just,
there's no danger.
Just live, man.
Nothing is
just live. We're the only creatures on the planet with an existential conundrum on a fucking daily basis. And then something happens, like you lose your job, or your wife leaves you, or my kid dies, or I have a cancer, or whatever. These kind of huge you know, and then you have an existential conundrum. But pops, it's already there. I just realized that it was there, you know, and then we start asking the proper deep questions. What is this? What is this? What am I doing here? Why is this? Well, you know, it's like, and then, you know, that's the way I see it, at least.
Yeah. Wow. 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 So much to talk about, but we're trying to
And
summarize.
so much to talk about. And then when you
Uh,
sift it out, there's nothing to talk about in reality, you know,
So,
because the more you talk about it, the more you're moving away from it.
so it's like you need to let go. We are in the let go conversation.
Mishak, you can't listen. It's super simple. If you really look at things from a fresh eye, again, Jesus. If you those who has eyes, let them see. Those who have ears, let them hear.
Yeah.
You know, if you come here like what? I come here like a baby, like, you know, an embryo, as a singular cell that it was blah, 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 from the fractal of my father and my mother. But that's life. That's life. Yeah. It comes out of the womb and it's life, but it has no identity. It's not Kevin. There's no Kevin in there. There's no Kevin in there.
Mm-hmm.
6 months old. There's no Kevin in there. There's just wonder. There's just creation. There's infinite possibilities. There's nothing and everything. You follow? Then at some point my parents like, it's this and sound and you start, you know, funneling into Kevin. Then Kevin starts having a set of beliefs, a set of identities, a set of insecurities, a set of rules, structures, and we get to be so identified with it that we exclude everything else. And that's the again, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not prophesying Jesus, and I'm not a Christian, you know, but it's like the kingdom of heaven is for children and those alike. What does that mean? Wonder. It's like I'm not seeing life. I'm seeing what I want to see. You know, I like this and I don't like that. He's black and he's white. That's Christian and that's a Muslim. I'm a Christian, so the Muslim, you know, God only speaks through the Bible. For the Muslims, God only speaks through the Quran. It's like, pops, it's a bloody mess. And it's beautiful. It's designed to be that way. It's the multiple perspectives that makes the ball rolling. It's you know, for some people, the ball rolling is rolling over and over and over again. I think I would like to snap out of the ball rolling and just sit, you know. And some people and some spirits and some whatever, they want to keep rolling, rock and roll.
So I'm going to ask you last question, and this is
go for it.
What about pain?
What about pain?
how do you feel about pain in relationship with the intelligent force?
Intelligent thought.
Intelligent cause, like God, like why I have pain today? Why maybe there is someone who
let's pain. Okay. I mean, have you ever cut your hair?
Yes.
Why do you cut it? There's no pain there.
It depends how you cut it, right? If you
like no, you cut it.
You cut it, yes. No.
You don't feel anything.
No.
So pain is good because if right? So there's it's a kind of a self-preservation mechanism. It has to be there. If you don't feel pain, right? You'll burn yourself. Imagine you don't feel pain, you know, and suddenly something happens and you're cooking and you just grab the thing, but if you don't feel pain, you will destroy your hand. Then you can't use your hand anymore. So it's a functional system, right?
So someone who is experiencing chronic pain for 20 years, example, he is there is an instruction being sent from the body to the mind.
It's a response. The way I see it, it's a response mechanism. But we fail to look what the pain is telling me.
Yeah.
Right? We're so indoctrinated. Pain. Pejjeb.
Yeah.
Faqqa.
Yeah.
Iġbed. Ixrob.
So,
Ibla. Mur iġri. Mur għamel xi ħaġa ħalli ma tħossux.
yeah.
You know, mentri jek tpoġġi mi, if you sit down with it,
Yeah.
every pain is telling you, oi, emotional pain, okay, what's in there? I'm in the wrong relationship.
Yeah.
I'm messing with the wrong people.
Yeah.
When I say wrong, there's nothing wrong with them. It's not my path. It's not what resonates for me. I'm insisting to fit myself into something that is not for me. Again, Jesus, if you're a carob tree, you're not gonna produce apples.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to produce apples, of course I'm gonna feel pain. Emotionally and physically, you know, I just dropped a relationship. I just dropped like in the last 3 months, you know, because it's, and when it hits, it hits.
Eventually, pain is not related to God trying to punish you, right?
Push. Emma, again, that's a complete human-centric perspective that we look at God as an entity that has an opinion, like we do. Like one of the things that I used to argue. I mean, and they used to tell me, because I don't want to displease God. It's like there's someone up there or somewhere in here that is being pleased or displeased by your actions. It's like, Pops, in the multiverse, our universe is a Coca-Cola tap. In that, there's,
Of course.
our Milky Way is a grain of dust. In that Milky Way, I posted something of Sadhguru this week, you know? In that grain of dust, there's me thinking that I'm huge, man. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I lost important. Perspective.
It's like I am important.
Yeah, guess what? I'm not.
Yeah. So important that
can we live with that? But can we live with that? It's like it's like for me, it's like I don't know what's the purpose of this conversation, you know. But can we, if someone is listening and you know, it's like, can we start asking some really fundamental questions that, you know, it's like we're in the age of selfies, man. You know, it's like even the words that we use, selfie. We're so bloody selfish. It's nice. We're in a narcissistic fucking. I'm not saying, you know, but at least I question, man. You know, it's like, can we start, but and allow for something bigger? It's like something bigger or smaller or whatever, you know, because this is where the conversation starts getting flimsy, you know, because there's no definitions for these kind of things.
Yeah,
you know?
we just have 2 minutes left, so
you know, it's
surely we should not use painkillers, right? We should
it's not about not using painkillers, man. It's like, at least before using painkillers, analyze a bit, okay, what's causing this pain? What's the resistance in my life? And again, to be in a place of doing that, you need to understand that you are not just your body. There's the emotional body, you know, there's the mental health, there's this, there's that. If you're too busy trying to achieve a BMW, you don't have time to fucking look at these things, man. Or you're fixed with a BMW or with the next €1,000,000 or with the next. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. The harmony of things, it's like material is beautiful. God created material and God is in the material anyway. You know, I think if there's more millionaires, it would be a better place than more poor people. So let's everyone start making million at the expense of what, Malva? You know, you need to take that into consideration. So
thank you very much, Kevin. I know we can go.
This was really unplanned, and like this morning I was in my bathroom, of course, uploading and downloading, and I receive your
wow.
For me, that's one of the moments where I appreciate one of the effects of God, the uploading and downloading in the bathroom to make it appropriate.
It's a place of meditation for me as well.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Let's keep in touch.
Yes, surely. And I don't know what subjects you want to go after then, but surely it would be very, very
It's
interesting.
conversating, man. I mean, for me, if you're gonna get the conversation with me, most probably most of the time is going to end up where we are at the moment, talking about this, you know, because for me it's like I do sound therapy, sound healing, and marketing and AI. For
Yeah.
me, it's like all everything that I see is pointing me there.
Wow.
So at some point, we're xintaqbad tal-linja ħad ispiċċa l-venda post.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Xejn.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you
I
very much.
appreciate. Thanks.
See
Thanks.
you.
It was nice, man. Enjoy.